welcome to our very, very first podcast here. This is Inside the 6 Yards, the Keeper podcast by the keepers for the keepers. I'm your host, Yatesy, and with me, as always, the one and only one I trust in the sticks besides myself is...
TOMMYGUN.
Yes, that's good. So, Tommy, this is our first episode. We've talked about this for many moons. Probably the last time West Ham won a premiership. That's that's how long we've been talking about it by. So how are you feeling about it all?
Oh, dude, it is nerve-wracking, but it's also super exciting. Like, we've been talking about it for quite some time. We've been setting up all these little things, and it's finally, now that's finally happening, it's kind of awesome.
That is, yeah. Well, I remember when we kind of started talking about it a little bit, but we did a few training videos, which you'd probably see. We're going to add into the links here. But it was just a little figment in the eye and imagination that we decided to do something, and now here we are.
Oh, mate, it is an awesome feeling, and it's just interesting how some things happen from a little TOMMYGUN goalkeeping episode to
that's it
to Inside 6 Yards, and now we're here.
Yeah, that's it. Well, the best thing is you've got permission from your wife to be here.
Oh, mate,
which is good.
that took me a while to get. By
yeah, and that's key, by the way. Okay, so thank you, Mrs. TOMMYGUN. Okay, so I guess the amount of football we're not getting at the moment, it's a crisis.
Oh, it sucks, man. It's absolutely,
it's epic.
But in the scale of things, when we start thinking about, what's actually happening in the world at the moment, you really want to make sure that, we're actually looking after everyone, and in the scale of things, football isn't the number one priority at the moment, even though it does suck that we're missing out.
Well, that's it, and the lucky thing about being in WA is I think we're, besides Northern Territory, we're the lowest case of how many people are infected.
Oh yeah,
which is good, but it's also kind of scary because is there more things to come or not?
Yeah, you just never know. You don't know if we've peaked yet with regards to this coronavirus, or if it's gonna continue on. But it seems like we are flattening the curve at the moment. Yeah. For the stats that I think were released earlier this week, I think we had some stats, something about how we were flattening the curve a bit, and we only had about 400 cases or something like that.
Yeah, well, with I think it was the 6th of this month. There was 460 cases in Western Australia, and the amount of deaths we've had is 4, which it's sorry to hear that. And the one underneath us is the ACT, and they had 96 cases, and they had 2 deaths. So yeah, it's sad, but. The one thing I found very interesting, and I know everyone probably hears this on the news, on the radio, all this coronavirus and stuff, but one interesting thing is there was 18,266 people that got tested.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot.
In WA. Okay, this is from the website. This was the 6th of April at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, or 1,400 hours for those people playing at home.
Oh, now we're going.
So out of all the 18,000 people that got tested negative, only 460 people got tested positive.
So what's that like percentage-wise? Is that like a...
Well, you're the math guy, man. I'm just reading the figures. You're the smart guy.
Oh, man, I couldn't... Yeah. It's very... Let's just say it's very low.
Yeah, that's good. Hopefully when the football season starts, it'll be our low... percentage scored,
exactly,
goals against, I guess.
Exactly.
But so out of all those stats, so 162 people recovered, and out of all the whole thing, 4 people died. So again, look, that's sad, but out of all those stats, that's a kind of a positive thing that we've only, we've had 162 people recover.
Yeah, of course,
So,
it's not, it's not great, but comparing it obviously to other countries, we're doing quite well.
Yeah, I heard on the news today that apparently where WA is compared to Denmark, of how we're controlling and what we're doing and how we're travelling now. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I went to my local shops and all the Cotton On, the Home Store, all these stores have all closed.
Yeah, it's also, I just feel bad for all the people, all them people that have full-time jobs, and all of a sudden, they're struggling to get work, struggling to get money to pay their bloody mortgages, and
it's
like
trouble times.
It's not great.
And I guess that comes down to the football side of things. As for me, when it really hit home, that this virus and this epidemic was out of control.
Yeah,
it was when they said, we can't train anymore.
Yeah,
and we can't play football, and that's when it really hit home. How did you find out with your club? Like, how did that go with you?
So I think I saw the announcement on Facebook, and then what happened from there is that literally that day we were supposed to have a training session.
Yeah.
So a lot of the guys rocked up for training, and then instead of training, we had a meeting instead. So we just got pulled into a meeting and just said, look, this is what's been announced. We have to do, what's right for the community. Unfortunately, I think originally it was like the 31st May or something like that.
Yeah.
So it was just like, no worries, we'll 4-week break. Just make sure you stay fit, do some physical activity, and then we'll hit the season running hard. And it was the biggest bummer for us because we'd just hit our stride in pre-season. We'd just come off the back of a really good win, clean sheet.
Yeah. We had something similar to that. We it came out on Football West, released that we're not meant to train, and that our president released it. That obviously the information that Football West released.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is though, we've got a group chat on Facebook and a Facebook page for my team, and a lot of people not reading the posts that were coming from Facebook would message the coach and say, look, I can't make training tonight, which is quite funny. I got a massive cramp on my neck.
Oh.
But yeah, and that brings me to my next topic, Tommy.
Yeah.
Is obviously we can't train. We can't be more than 2 people together. We can't train in groups. To your video, with your solo training video, which seems to be doing pretty good on the interwebs at the moment.
Dude, that video was, luckily the idea of it was given to me by Mr. Stu Duncan.
Yeah, so we can drop his name in here.
Yeah.
SDLleisure.com.
Yeah, make sure we get the website correct.
Actually, no, it's wrong. It's
sdleisure.com.au.
Yeah.
We've got to make sure we get that.
Yeah, because I said it wrong before, but I did that to kind of, keep him on his toes when he listens.
Exactly,
yeah.
Yeah. But, look, and I tell you what, filming that episode was so hard, trying to make sure that I'm working my butt off, but also trying to get them right angles as well, and making sure everyone was getting good content. But I didn't expect it to go as viral as it did. I'm only getting normally maybe 100 plus views on video, and this one is still climbing, and it's reached over 500 views.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, at this date, it's filming on the 9th of April. At the moment, it is still climbing on 500 views.
That's good.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
And that's the thing. At these times now, we're doing. A lot of people are training at home.
Yeah,
that's what we need to do to keep fit. And in the leagues that we play in, you need to do that. You need to keep fit. We need to do these things. I know my club. Like I said, we've got our Facebook page and our group chat. And this also comes to another topic which we'll discuss later.
Yeah.
But these boys are running 4 to 5Ks, every day, doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, doing weights at home and all that type of stuff. Which is great. You need that. And as much as it is keeping fit and getting ready for football, but it's more of a mental thing,
Yeah, definitely. Mental health comes into it a lot.
A big time. And that's where we need to make that phone call. Need to ask a mate, how are you doing? Make a phone call,
Oh, definitely, mate. Definitely. Mental health is definitely something that I don't think people talk about enough.
No.
And I think that it is getting there, though. I think we're definitely getting into that side of things that it's definitely a lot more out there, and especially the statistics and all that are right out there a lot more, and especially amongst young males like ourselves.
Yeah.
Or me.
I like how you class me as young, thank you. I feel young at heart.
But it is it's one of them things that you definitely do need to talk about. And I think people don't understand that football doesn't become just a sport for us. It's part of our lives.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
And that's the thing where, for myself, like I work full time, I work long hours, and a Tuesday and a Thursday, that's my boys' time. That's
That's your time.
Yeah, that's my time.
Yeah.
I go to training, have a laugh with the lads, do training, afterwards have 2 Coronas, funny that, and have a feed. And the team I play with, they will know that, and they could tell you how many beers I had. You have a laugh with the lads, and on Thursday it's serious. We train, coach plans out what we want to do, and then obviously get ready. Well, it was for the night series back then.
Yeah.
But you need that time with the boys. You need that time with your team to gel. And that chemistry, which helps you during the season.
That camaraderie, especially in that pre-season, that's where you really do get like a lot of that bonding, and you especially towards the end of the end of that pre-season, which we were at. That's when the things start to click together a little bit more, that's when that's what made it hurt a little bit more. Like if it was a bit earlier in pre-season when this got pulled up, it wouldn't have hurt as much.
Yeah.
But the fact that we'd gone through that pre-season, we'd put in them real hard yards, them hard sessions to get ourselves in that best shape possible to put our best foot forward for the season, and then all of a sudden it's just like a big kick in the dualies, really.
Well, yeah, exactly. And we were talking about the training and stuff, and this brings me to my next topic, is the difference between fitness between, say, your midfielders to your defenders, your forwards, to us as a goalkeeper.
Dude, that stigma of the unfit and lazy goalkeeper, that is a huge topic all by itself, man.
Yeah.
Like, just because we go away and do our own things and we're not doing, them 3K time trials and stuff like that, people just assume that, we're just being lazy, but it's far from it.
Well, that's it. I feel like we need to, I won't show my abs now because
I'm definitely not going to show mine.
I'll keep my body's temple. But that's the thing. There's so much difference in fitness and how we train in pre-season and in the season to what outfield players train as.
Yeah, for sure. It's a different style of fitness, and I'm definitely I guarantee you, if you put a midfielder, for example, and get them to do goalkeeper stuff, they're not going to last as long as somebody that does that week in, week out. And it's the same thing if we go in their shoes, and it's just it's about having that respect, I think, for each other.
Well, that's it. And then again, we're going to touch on your video, because that's solo stuff and what we do when we do our videos together.
Oh yes.
You need to, as goalkeepers, not only work on your fitness, but you need to work on your reaction and the technique and repetition. So I think our last video, hint dropped or bomb dropped, of when we're doing our kicks and our goal kicks and our distribution. That's something that you need to train. You need repetition. You need repetition. You need to do that.
Oh, for sure. It's just one of them things. It's it's not just, we don't just work on feet and fitness. We work on everything. Yeah. We have to be flexible. We have to be agile. We have to be good with our hands, good with our feet, good with both hands, good with both feet.
Hang on, Tommy. Did you say good with your feet?
Most goalkeepers good with their feet. Maybe not me.
No. I'm not saying that. I mean, so are you saying that everyone loves a good foot save?
Everyone loves a good foot save.
Well, I could think maybe one person which might yell at us and clip us over the back of the head that you don't use your feet. And he knows, because hopefully he's going to listen to this.
He who must not be named.
Yeah. But look, at the end of the day, with that, because we're going to do a Ross Noble here and completely change topic.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to come back to this, because trust me, I'll remember.
Yes.
Is with the foot save, because technically, if you want to talk technically as a goalkeeper, an idea goalkeeper is the ball gets kicked at you no matter where it is, you catch the ball with 2 hands, you hold it, catch it cleanly and collect it as the monk. That's a good reference.
Yes.
Insert video with the violence and the catching and the heavy metal music.
Or you could just go to Tommy Gun Goalkeeping and
watch the start of it.
Yeah, watch my intro because the monk is in it and he is awesome.
Yeah. So we get the ball, we've caught it with both hands, no matter where it goes in the goals, and then we do Edison and just drop bomb, long ball. Thanks for coming.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
Look, I think there's so many different views on the foot save, but let's break it down to simplicity. The simplicity is if you stop the ball from going in the net, you're doing your job.
Well, that's it, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that
don't let the ball go on the goals.
It's like goalkeeping 101. Don't let the ball go in the net. Use your hands, use your feet, use your left testicle. It doesn't. Wouldn't recommend the last one, but whatever it takes.
Have you ever made a save with a certain anatomy of your body?
Oh yes, and it's never fun.
This is a memory reel from me. I remember playing for Forestfield, and we played Subiaco. And there was a one-on-one situation. The guy ran from maybe 25, 30 yards out.
Yeah.
Running towards me, one-on-one. I've come running out, big as possible, hit me square in the onion bag. Like, the noise, it was incredible. And it hit me in the onion bag. When it hit me, I went a bit black and saw stars.
Why do you call it the onion bag?
I'm not going to say that.
Has it got layers?
It's got Shrek. I don't know if the ball hit me on the floor and went out for a throw-in, but all I know is the ball went out for a throw-in and no one touched it. And I was pretty much on the penalty spot and a little bit further out. So it was full out.
That would hurt.
And I dropped like a potato bag.
Yes.
Just a sack of potatoes.
So
dropped down.
Now onions to potatoes.
Yeah. Let's put them together, you make a good feed.
Oh, yeah.
And the referees called my coach over. Elvis, shout out to you, mate. And he came over and he's like, well, what do you want me to do about it?
Yeah.
So he decided to squirt water over me and thought that would make me better.
Because he's just definitely not going to give you a massage.
Well, I thought, that's either. He's not going to do that.
No.
So let's go back to all the virus and stuff. Do the Ross Noble. We'll go back here. So
because we could talk about that stuff all day.
Well, that's it. And I think, look, we all need to stay together. We all need to support each other. We need to respect the rules, what the government's given us.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's try not to just go shoppings on odd times. Don't go out and buy a crazy amount of stuff.
Especially toilet paper. I need some.
Yeah. Or flour. I couldn't buy flour today.
Oh, God.
I want to do the right thing on Good Friday and fry up some Spanish mackerel, make some fish and chips for my daughter.
Dude, so I missed out on fish and chips today?
Yeah, well, it's not. It's Thursday. You had pizza with peri peri and
it was good pizza. I'll give it that.
You're welcome. So that's it. Like, look, at the end of the day, boys and girls and keepers, and we just, if you haven't spoken to a teammate for a while, give them a message on Facebook, give a shout out to your team, ask how they're going. Look, try and start a challenge, like how many push-ups can you do, or do keepy-ups, top one. I know my club that I play for, they're doing keepy-ups for
the 100 keep-up challenge.
100 keepy-up, and
I can't even do 2.
And the club's giving away a free club shirt, and that's, regardless what it is, a team and a club needs to stay together.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, and that's it's all part of the community, I think, and it's just as long as everybody does the right thing, I think this whole phase will be over before we know it, and then we'll be back to the norm, and hopefully sooner rather than later, because I just want to get back between the sticks.
Well, that's it. And you know what kills me the most, Tommy, is not watching football on
TV.
Oh,
mate,
Rugby Union, I think, was saying they were coming back on May the 28th, I think.
Oh man!
And look, I like a good fisticuffs and two grown men going at each other. But,
oh yes.
Yeah, that sounds a bit. But
naughty.
Very naughty. But it's crazy. So yeah.
But yeah, let's. Why don't we move on? Move on to the next.
We will move on to the next topic.
Let's because I think coronavirus is definitely something that's already been talked about a lot.
A lot.
So let's get into the stuff that we know and we love, which is not coronavirus.
Well, I do like a corona.
Oh, yes.
Not the virus.
No, not put together.
No, we don't want that.
But Lyme's disease does work quite well with coronavirus, I heard.
Well, yeah, that's a good one. Well, you can't have lemon with your corona.
No.
Because it's originally done with lime.
Yeah. But is lime like just an undergrown lemon?
Well, I think they probably haven't urinated on enough to make it a lot. That's probably why. I don't know. Yeah, that comes back to a lot of traditions and family members peeing on the lemon tree. But yeah.
What I was thinking we could do is why don't we have a watch of our original, now I'm talking like original goalkeeping video that we did.
Our OG one.
The original YouTube YEATESY TOMMYGUN first time training together solo.
Oh.
Does that sound naughty?
It does sound very naughty. I do believe that we wore... What did we wear? I think we wore the...
Let me pull it up. But okay. I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure...
Oh, I know what we wore now. Because I'm gonna grab this. I'm just gonna hold this because hopefully you can do your magic and zoom on this. This is a trophy,
but I can't zoom on it for the people listening at home. So what are you holding?
Well, I'm gonna go a bit closer. This is the winner of the Perth goalkeeper battle, which is what we did, and this is what we wore. We wore the shirt.
Oh yes, that's right.
Which was the fluorescent yellow shirt that sdleisure.com.au provided, and 1951 goalkeeping coaching. Those two guys teamed up and started the very, very first goalkeeper battles or goalkeeper wars, which was, probably one of the best things that happened for goalkeepers in WA.
It was awesome. Like, it was really good. It was a really good time. And that's where I met you.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's where our love first blossomed. I would say. We'll probably write a movie about it. It'd be better than The Notebook, I reckon.
I'm pretty sure with this first episode that I'm just bringing up now, we didn't plan to wear same shirts. I don't remember.
No, we didn't.
I did not remember.
We did not.
I did not remember this conversation ever being held.
Not like what we've done in previous videos.
Yeah. We've actually had that conversation, and we have got together and went, let's wear a camouflage shirt together.
Yeah. And so no one could see us. So no one could see what happened.
Yes. So we filmed a whole episode and realised that we couldn't see each other and thought, oh, Jesus, well, that was a waste of time. But just pulling up the video now. Yeah. And this is when I was just starting to get at editing. So like the editing might not be as good as it is now.
No, it's good.
But
the cool thing was though that I'm wearing black shorts. You're wearing black shorts. You're wearing fluorescent skins.
Fluorescent yellow skins.
So you look like a traffic cone pretty much. So the black and fluorescent yellow is crazy.
It is. Not going to lie, it looks not bad on me.
Yeah. And I'm wearing the black socks and we're both wearing the same socks.
Oh,
I'm wearing fluorescent...
yellow boots.
Which are the Tempos?
Yeah. Copas. You're wearing Copas.
Oh, yeah, the Copas. They're the ones that Hale wore.
Because you've got the fluoro yellow Copas and I've got the black fluoro yellow
and
Copas.
You're wearing you're wearing the Copas as well, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, the black and yellow. Your old ones.
My old ones, that's right, yeah. Not bad boots they are.
Not bad. I do. If you've got a slightly wider foot and you love a comfortable leather boot, Copas all the way, mate.
That was a John Travolta moment there. Yeah. What do you think of I like watching these videos because I like to see what I need to work on, and I look at your technique when you dive compared to my technique when I dive. So, for example, that last one we just watched, I went out with one hand. And you went out with two hands. So obviously, two hands first. So it's like a step forward. Yeah. And you go down with both hands.
It's the biggest thing for me. I always tend to try and step forward into the save, and because I am a smaller keeper, I need to close down the angle a little bit more. Like I need to make sure that I'm covering my angles properly. So always diving forward a little bit more helps with that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
as well.
to be honest, Tommy, I find you're very a technical goalkeeper.
Thanks, Yatesy.
Your technique is on form. With myself, I kind of that was a good save.
Oh, that was a good save.
I never really had training when I was younger.
Yeah.
So I kind of my theory and thought process is like what we mentioned before is don't let the ball get in the back of the goals.
Yeah.
That's me. Simple, sweet.
But it works. That's what I mean. Like sometimes I think, especially with goalkeeping, you can get overcomplicated with it all.
Get very technical with it.
So sometimes it's just like there's so many things going on. You have like, could I do a K? Could I do a dive? Should I use my leg? Should I use my hand? Like, just stop the ball from getting in the net. Sometimes it just too much going on up here. Yeah. And sometimes it's good to kind of just wipe it clean.
I do remember our goalkeeper coach saying that just let things
happen naturally.
Yeah. Just
definitely.
Don't worry about it.
So we've now transitioned into
the touching the cone.
Yes.
Yeah. Good save.
That was a naughty save.
Yeah.
See, like normally I would do a slow-mo for a good save like that.
Yeah.
But then I didn't.
It just justifies it.
Yeah, so like this is why the editing for Tommy Gun is a lot better these days.
Yeah.
Where the good saves I can really I slow them down, go slow-mo, and you can really get them good saves.
I can see what Stu was saying to us when he looked at our video that my hands were too low.
Yeah.
I can see that, and this is why doing this type of thing for goalkeepers is good to kind of see what you need to work on.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Like I love doing these videos, and it started out as a little bit of a hobby, just so we could really work on our little things that we can. Just like I see what the goalkeeper coach is talking about now, so it's them little things that actually helps. And but just watching these videos, man, it takes me back, and it's just it also kind of shows how far we've come as well. Speaking of using anything, he just does the old block save.
I just look how I've got paddle pop legs.
Yeah. Compared to my thick fluoro yellow legs just popping out there. That was a good
fingers.
Here we've got a slow-mo. Look at that.
And the top knot moves in grace.
Loves it.
There was, what that looked like? That looked like a bear grabbing a salmon out in the water. That's what that looked like. See that one there, right? That's when I have always, and I spoke to you before, is that I dive out and I don't extend my arm fully. I get caught up in that. All I need is this. But if I gave that my full extension, I would have saved it. Yeah, it's weird. It's these, and this is again why we watch these videos.
It's why we do these videos as well. Here's the first ever swag moment.
The little. Swag. There we go. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
And picks up the cone like nothing happened.
Yeah, exactly. That was the invention of the swag moments. So if you are a TOMMYGUN GK subscriber, or if you watch my videos, every Yatesy video there's normally a swag moment, and that was where it was invented, and that was an awesome save.
Can we? So we're just going to pause this video for a second because can we go back on that, Tommy?
You want to go back on that?
I want to go back on that save because I would like to critique you on your save.
Let us.
And in good ways because, again, we're just going to watch that again because that's tasty.
Swag.
Okay, so watch this. Touch the cone, set, and then push off. So this is where young goalkeepers need to watch is he got set first and then he made the save.
With both hands.
With both hands and pushed over bar. Could he have caught it? Who knows? At the end of the day, he saved a goal and put it out for a corner.
Yeah.
So that biggest thing is getting set.
Yeah. Look, and I'm the worst for setting too wide. This is something that I tend to do mainly from my tennis background. So instead of setting, what we call is a split step. So when I played tennis when I was in high school, I was part of the special tennis program at Applecross.
That's a bomb drop. I never knew that.
You
played tennis.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
explains a lot though.
Yeah. So when I say special tennis program, it doesn't work out quite well most of the time, but so we call it split step. So you basically it's a set position, but we set a little bit wider than what you normally would as a goalkeeper. And so the transition to goalkeeping from that did help, but also there's a few bad habits there as well. But just like anything, we work on it.
Yeah.
And what we're doing here, Yatesy, we are...
So this looks like a save, a high ball, and then a one-on-one.
Oh, yes.
Which is lovely, sneak that through. And we come back to the nuts, which was good. But I nutted you 3 times on this time, and you only edited 1 into the thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Because I do believe you've nutted me before.
Yeah.
And the latest video, though.
Oh, yes. I think I edited that one out.
Ooh, I hope not.
Nah, but I remember doing these videos, and it was good fun. And this was actually the very first. So for all of the listeners at home as well, this video we didn't really do much planning for it. I just kind of rocked up with the camera and said, "Let's film the session." And I don't think Yatesy didn't really know how I was going to edit it or anything like that. I just went, "I'm going to make a video," and he's like, "Yeah, sweet."
Ready to rock and roll.
And it just came out to this, and it was I love doing the videos, man. I just absolutely love it.
Because we can put a census or a censor, and you can not edit this, or you can. But normally other videos we do, I have no clothes on, so that's why when we do these videos, it was a bit different. But you're right, like it was off the cuff. It was spontaneous, random. But and I must say, this video was filmed down at Hartfield Park.
Yes.
Down at Forestfield United's football ground.
Yes.
And look, a bit of plug to them. Like, they got a great stadium.
They've got a great setup over there at Forey.
The stadium now, it's been renamed, and I apologise to Forestfield. I can't remember what the new name is, as I've been absent from that club for a little while.
Game Guardian?
Yeah, actually, it could be.
Game Guardian. I'm pretty sure it's Game Guardian Stadium, and because they are actually wear their shin guards.
Yeah,
they are.
Because what they do, they actually do they do a bit of a raffle. You put money in.
Yeah.
You donate to the club. They do a raffle, and they do naming rights raffle type of thing. And whoever gets picked gets done.
I think
which is
great.
Cool. Also, too, though, if you want a good feed at a club,
dude,
and we're going to touch on this on future podcasts about when you go to a club, like one of the best feeds. But if you want a good feed, Tommy, right, you go to Forestfield, you say that Yatesy sent you, and you speak to Donna, because Donna down there, and all the other staff down there, the volunteer staff down there, but Donna, she is amazing. She works behind the bar, she works at the canteen. She cooks a wicked Forey burger,
mate.
Like all the volunteers at Forestfield. I've been there for many years when I was younger. My daughter played there. It's a great club, and I will plug the other clubs and the club I play for now. But it's a very good environment down at Forestfield. I do know their state boys are in Div 1 now.
Yes.
They have been for a while now, and a bit of a change has come through there, and they're looking very good.
Yeah, they are looking pretty good. And I think they won the night series last year.
Yeah.
And
that's a hard series to win, the night series. Oh, that was the nuts that I did.
Oh, there we go. There it is.
That's cheeky.
That is naughty.
Very naughty. But yeah, look, it's big things are going to come from this club.
Oh, yeah.
They're a powerhouse club. They get great supporters down there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The only thing I kind of miss is playing in that league. I can't go and watch the boys play.
Yeah. It's playing on Saturdays. You're playing at the same times.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So it does suck, but
Do we do it now and call out and say, look, Forest will change the game to Friday nights?
Let's do it. Let's start our petition. So all of our viewers, both of you, listener number 1 and 2, let's start a revolution.
Yeah.
Forestfield needs to switch to Sundays.
Yeah.
And getting a phone call in the middle of a podcast.
Well,
are you a professional or?
I'm very professional. It's my agent. I need it.
Oh right, yeah, okay. After a quick intermission, we've got a quick drink break, and
the phone call.
Yeah, met the phone call, so we're back at it. But final toll.
So what we thought, and what I think we need, like you said, we need need to start this thing where Forest Hills United play at home on a Friday night under the lights at the stadium, because great setup there.
Oh, yes.
Friday night.
There we go.
Then it comes to times, but I reckon 18s play at 5 o'clock, maybe a bit early, because, you know, when does school finish? 3 o'clock, whatever.
Because who doesn't love a night game, though?
Well, you got to love a night game.
Love a night game. And get a good feed, get a good drink, watch some good football.
And then it comes to another topic we're going to do, is our best night game.
Oh.
Yes. Okay.
That sounds naughty.
Very naughty.
All right.
Behave yourself, son.
Okay.
All right.
So let's finish off this video.
Okay.
Let me click this, because I've done it. Oh, that's a nice save from YEATESY.
Yeah. And the top knot in all glory.
Hey, the old top knot.
You know, apparently I've been told by the meme generator for the Football West guy. Well, he's not Football West, but he's meme football in WA.
Yeah.
Said I'm one of the only goalkeepers of the top knot.
Oh, really?
I don't know if that's in the State League or Metropolitan League. I don't know, but I'll take it.
I don't think I've ever seen a goalkeeper with a top knot before.
Yeah. It's these small things.
Yeah. It just makes you a bit more unique, that's all.
Well, that's it. Well, De Gea had a top knot. We kind of did. And that was a naughty goal. That was a top bins.
Top bins. Oh, God.
You're not stopping that, mate.
I've even went overhand to get, and I've got my fingers to it.
Yeah.
And it still creeped in the top.
That was
bins.
just a bit of whippage on that one.
That was just naughty.
Yeah. See, again, look how low my hands are.
You use your knee to say that.
Well, it's like an ice hockey goalkeeper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mate, and the good thing is, this is something that I don't do a lot of, and that's actually you fist the ball. So you actually use your fists a lot more, whilst me personally, I tend to try and catch the ball, if not parry it more.
Remember we were talking about this when we did our last video, and I think I can't remember what game it was, but I remember Pickford doing something very similar to that, where he possibly could have caught it, but he punched it away out of danger. Same with De Gea, and look, I'm always going to focus on De Gea because he's my favourite goalkeeper. Again, hence the haircut.
And the Manchester United gear
everything
everywhere.
Man United, which is hidden and tattooed. But if he's not guaranteed to catch it, and I guess that's a secure thing, where if you're not going to catch it, you're going to punch it away from danger. Yeah. You know, and it's because for myself as a goalkeeper, I always think that if I'm not going to catch it, and I was going to say a naughty word there, if I was going to drop it or fumble it, it could result in a goal. Yeah,
like you don't want to screw it up, and I guess it's part of the goalkeeper. It's just the life of the goalkeeper, though. Like you know, if a striker makes a small mistake and loses the ball like that in the field, nobody cares. But if you punch a ball where somebody thinks you should have caught it,
well, that's it.
And it goes all of a sudden, and it goes in the wrong place, and somebody gets it, and a goal ends up happening. It's just everyone's looking at you, going, "Why the hell didn't you catch it?" It's like,
it's funny. Like it's one thing my dad's always told me, and shout out to my dad, is that the ball has to go past or through 10 players before it gets to you.
That is true. Yeah, there is 10 other players on the park, and plus the goalkeeper, that would make 11. Yeah, that is 11 aside. Yeah,
but I think you and I both, we've always done those blooper saves or those blooper things where we make a mistake. And at my old club, when I made a mistake, they said it's called a YEATESY.
It's called a YEATESY. And that is brilliant.
And the boys, if they watch this and listen to this, they'll probably have a bit of a giggle to it now. That I'll make a great save. One-on-one save, top bin save, and then a very simple textbook scoop or whatever goes through my legs, and they get a goal.
Doing a YEATESY.
Yeah, that's called a YEATESY.
All right. And this video's done. I love that. By the way, I'm going to just quickly pause
going back
on that end. That end photo. That photo of us.
Because that was you laying on the ground, which is what we ended up up to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pause on me laying on the ground, but just that photo. Look at that.
That's good.
So
all its glare with your tongue out.
Yeah, the tongue out.
Got the cockatoo thing going on there.
Yeah, and we're actually wearing the same matching gloves as well.
That's true. But talk me through what happened to your t-shirt. Was there a mistake that happened?
Look. I didn't know it was a mistake. I just thought that because I wasn't part of the 1951 like setup, that I didn't get the bigger logo on the front. So I just thought, I'm not part of it. And then I didn't realise till Yeatesy got his shirt, and then he had the 90. I was like, you're not part of 1951. He's like, nah. I was like, why didn't I get that? He's like, yeah. So maybe a little printing error. But
maybe it's when you're born from. I don't know.
I don't know.
maybe someone supports Celtic, not Rangers.
Maybe. Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah, deserves it.
We'll put the potatoes away.
Yeah.
Anyway,
now we're talking.
So, Tommy, I do believe you've got a subject you'd like to talk about.
Look. Speaking of the fact that we were wearing the same gloves, what I wanted to talk about was just gloves in general, and the fact that I would like us to pick our top 3 gloves
hard.
ever worn in a match. So this is not just saying the best glove per se, but the best glove that you had the best experiences in. It may not be the glove that you consider the best glove, but that you perform well in, and that was your go-to glove for the longest period of time.
That's really hard, Tommy, because as goalkeepers, we go through gloves like underwear, really, don't we?
Oh, mate. And we always keep them, you know, even if they've got holes in them.
Some gloves,
which
we'll get to.
Oh, yes.
But because with all the gloves that I've picked, I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to say it because it's going to be a spoiler. So
no spoilers on this podcast.
Okay. So, well, Tommy, since it's your topic I'm talking about, you can go first to your top 3.
Rightio. So, for those of you who are watching the video podcast, I'm going to bring out the gloves as well. But for those of you that are just listening, I'm going to talk you through.
We're on video.
Oh yes. If you want to watch the video podcast, go on to TOMMYGUN GK YouTube channel, and you'll be able to find us on there. And then you get to see our pretty faces.
The good thing I didn't come naked. It's a bit awkward. It is my own place. I could be if I wanted to.
This is true.
Yeah.
Got to speak up. I'm wearing a towel.
All right. So Tommy, show me your number 3 glove out of your top 1.
So, my number 3 glove.
I've seen this one before.
It is the Talia Eclipse.
Very colourful.
It is a colourful design. So the reason that I've picked this particular glove is because, firstly, the design looks mint. Okay, I absolutely love the design on these gloves. Came out really good, and they've also got an unusual cut on them.
They do have an unusual cut, as you can see.
So
very pointy at the top. Yeah.
This is a cut that I didn't know much about, and it's actually called the extension cut. So it's kind of like a flat / roll cut, if you're familiar with your cuts of gloves.
Yeah.
But instead of the rounded tip, they've got more of a hexagonal kind of tip to the end of them, which is supposed to give you a little bit more length in your fingers, which in turn makes, them fingertip saves last a little bit better. So for me personally, the comfort I get out of that, I'm only a size 8 glove. I'm not like you. I don't have big size 10 hands.
10? Do we do the measurement for the cameras? Hang on.
Yeah.
How are we going to go?
Let's
I'm going to do
left hand.
So
just to kind of show you a reference for those of you watching. Yeatesy has huge hands compared to mine.
Thank you.
And you know what that means? Big gloves.
Big gloves. Big socks. Big shoes. And big appetite for Nando's.
We already plug in Nando's. But look, I really love this glove. It is a 4mm. Okay, so it's not the regular 3, it's an extra millimeter thickness, which does give you that little bit more security. And you'll also notice with the wrist strap as well, the wrist strap itself is, there's a little special elasticated bit on it, which is quite cool. And the actual design goes straight down into the wristband. So I really like that. That was one of the things that I really liked. Yeah. And just the general comfort of the glove, it does kind of feel like a roll cut. And I do love a good roll cut as well.
Well, look, it does. look, I've never tried. I do believe I've seen this in the in a Rangers and Celtic game.
Yeah, definitely. And these are, but by the way, these are currently the gloves worn by my favourite goalkeeper, Alan McGregor, who is the current Rangers #1 goalkeeper. His nickname is Shagger.
Yeah.
There
where I
go.
saw them from. Look, as someone that hasn't really, I've never seen this type of glove before, except when Tommy showed me before. Look, the design looks really nice. It stands out. The latex, look, it feels good. It feels thick.
It is a real good latex. It's sticky. It is a contact latex. So this is the same as you get with your top of line SDLs as well.
Yeah.
Which we will definitely be bringing out. So real sticky latex, doesn't require much wetting as well, and it stays nice and sticky for a long period of time as well. So overall, good durable glove, sticky, good fit, can't go wrong.
As a price range, what are you looking at?
For these particular versions of the Eclipse, these were actually what they called a Black Friday special. So, so you know when your Black Friday specials, this was actually a special launch for Black Friday. So I think these puppies set me back around, I think it was about 60 Australian or 70 Australian dollars.
That's not bad,
including postage. So not a bad price for the quality of glove that you're actually getting. Okay, so look, that's my number 3. The reason it's so I wouldn't say low on my list, but it is a quality glove. I've got 3 pairs of these because as soon as I bought them and played with them, I bought 2 more. They are a really good glove. Love the colours. I'm a big fan of the bright colours, as you've probably seen in a lot of our videos. I do love a good bright colour, so the fluoro orange all over about, and I do love a black latex as well. Black latex for me because it gets dirty. The white, I'm not.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not a big fan. Some people love it. Some people love getting that latex dirty. For me, I like that clean black look on the palm for your latex. So that for me is why it is my number 3.
Number 3. Okay, that's interesting. And look, it's something different. And in the world of goalkeeping, there's so many different type of gloves. Everyone's bringing gloves out. It's it's an incredible amount of gloves that come out. So, no, that's good, Tommy.
And it is hard to find a good quality glove for a decent price as well. So, like, you can spend a lot of money on gloves.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. And the tricky bit is that you can spend a lot of money and you get a really awesome latex that's super sticky, but the durability on them, they don't last too long, especially on the rough grasses in Australia. Yeah. So, for those of you who aren't aware of the grasses or the grass in Australia, is rough as guts.
Oh yeah.
And you go through gloves like no tomorrow, and the latex does get destroyed, especially the real sticky latexes. So
and the thing is too though, Tommy, is that with the we're not professional. You don't get people giving you gloves every match day. You don't have training gloves. You don't go through 5 or 6 gloves. You can choose which is the best. That's and I think that's for me personally with my top 3 and the bonus one at the end, which Tommy's got one as well.
Oh yes.
That's where my choice came into is availability, price, and bang for buck. Which price and bang for buck kind of go together.
Definitely bang for buck. Like price is good because you don't want to spend too much, but as well bang for buck meaning that you're getting a good quality glove for your money as well.
That's it.
And I think that will be a big factor in how we price or how we place our gloves in this list.
Well, but also availability, Tommy.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be waiting forever for your gloves. You know what I mean? But speaking of which, let's move on to your number 3.
Right, so my number 3. Unfortunately, I don't have the gloves here.
That's disappointing.
I don't know. I don't know where they've gone. I have so many gloves, and I feel bad because I had two type of gloves that I really wanted to keep, and they had so much sentimental value to. But
how weird is that with gloves though? Like you get attached
and boots
to,
as well,
attached to boots and gloves, and this could be a completely different topic all by itself. But boots and gloves matching,
you have to.
Yes.
Forget about it. Forget about
Not
it.
even, not even a discussion about it.
Don't talk to me. You have to have matching gloves. Yeah, and they're going to be matching. Well, you can't have matching brand, or you could if you want to be a full kit, but then that's another episode.
Full kit.
Yeah.
That's another topic as well. Do we have?
I got so wrapped up into that I didn't get a chance to have a drink. So, all right. So my number 3 gloves was Adidas Predator gloves.
Ooh,
And
okay.
they were the white ones.
Which model?
I think they were the 19. I'm going to show the camera. I could be wrong.
You don't have to. Yeah,
I want to show the camera.
He wants to show the camera.
I don't know if you can. I'm going to look in the camera.
So he is showing the camera,
Those ones there.
but
Yeah.
he actually doesn't know that I can edit the photo into the video podcast, which is
That's the age difference coming here.
exactly.
But,
this is why I'm the technical guy, and I've got the old fart next to me.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm here. But, but these gloves, again, I'm a big De Gea fan. We're not that far age apart. I'm trying to make myself sound younger, but just
he's closer to my age.
Yeah, pretty much. Just the cut, they're like kind of a negative cut with the wristband. They have the elastic wristband with straps around.
Like the wraparound, yeah.
The wraparound.
They do have the wraparound.
I myself have got very big hands, but I've got small wrists, and I always like to strap my wrists before I train or play. So having that kind of gives a bit of, bit of firmness around the wrist and a bit of secure the gloves. I'm normally an 11 in my gloves.
Oh, I thought you were a 10.
Well, different gloves, different sizes.
Ah, okay. Yep.
Shoe
Mate,
size.
I don't want to undercut you on your,
Nah,
in
shoe
your gloves.
size 13 always.
Unlucky for some.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
So these gloves I brought my first pair at a size 11, and they were a bit loose. Then I went the 10s, and they were a very, very snug fit. So
that's unusual because normally negative cuts usually go a size.
Adidas. Yeah, you're right.
Size up.
Yeah, Adidas. Every single brand of goalkeeper gloves have a different size. It's not like a shoe size, but then even shoe sizes. Your Nike and your Adidas is different. Your Timberlands, your New Balance, all the sizes say they're a size 13, but it's just different cut.
But even some like different collections of the same brand have like different sizing altogether. Like I remember I bought a pair of Adidas shoes, and they were like half a size. Yeah, I had to buy half a size under what I normally get because they were a lot bigger than what they normally are. So it's just weird.
Yeah.
But what about the price range for these? Because I'm pretty sure these are quite expensive gloves.
These bad boys were in the day. I think they cost me just under $200, and that was coming to get them over here from the UK.
So a very expensive glove.
Look, they were expensive but they weren't even the top of the range.
Oh wow!
So
okay.
to be honest, the only reason, and this is my first proper goalkeeper experience, is my favourite goalkeeper wore these gloves. Hence why I did my research.
Yep.
I got the gloves. Were very, very good. But what I did find in our conditions in Australia, in Perth, WA, that we play on, is they just got ripped up. And if you train 2-3 nights a week, you play a game, they just get cut up with the latex. You don't keep them wet. You might play a game where it's 35 degrees, hot, sweating, to 5 degrees, raining, thunder and lightning.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. But then again, like it is the downfall of the higher price and higher quality gloves just in the conditions that we play in Western Australia.
Well, that's it. Yeah. Well, to be honest, I think it would be very, very, very close to all gloves in Australia, because the conditions that we play in here would be different to what they play in the UK or what different they play in America.
Completely different.
And I think in America, majority of their pitches might be AstroTurf.
Oh yeah.
So that comes in a different thing, like with gloves, how the ball moves on AstroTurf, what type of boots do you wear? It's crazy.
It is, like, it's so much variance with it, but All right.
So Tommy,
number 2. So what is my number 2? Just have to quickly go down and grab them. But
this is very controversial. This one.
This was a toss-up for me, and I'll explain why it was a toss-up a little bit later on. But I've went with the SDL Hybrid Cup. So this bad boy comes in a few different colorways. So they do come in yellow. They come in a fluoro green as well.
Yep.
And this was their last season's launch. So this would have been the 2019 collection. So they released the 3 colorways, which would be the red, the yellow, and the fluoro green to match their kits as well.
Do you want to know a fun fact, Tommy?
Yes.
I was the last person in WA to get in Australia to get the very, very last pair of these gloves.
I am devastated.
Yeah.
But obviously they wouldn't have fitted me anyway.
No, that's true.
But yeah, look, and the fact that they only came in them 3 colorways will also be their detriment in their place. So this is one of my favorite gloves to wear. You'll see them in my videos all the time that I'm wearing SDL hybrids. The hybrid cut, for those of you who aren't familiar with the hybrid cut, what it actually is in this particular case for the SDL, it's actually a roll finger on the forefinger and pinky, and there's a negative cut on the middle 2 fingers, so your middle finger and your ring finger. What that does is actually provide you with a very custom, unique feel to the glove. They come with a contact latex as well, so 3mm, which isn't too thick, and especially, because we are living in Western Australia, we do get quite hot games, and the last thing you want is your hands getting way too hot and sweaty in your gloves.
That's it.
All right, so 3mm I think is good enough, and you do get a lot of good structure as well. The wristband's pretty stock standard. I actually don't mind just the normal wrist strap. Provides a bit of structure to the wrist as well.
Yeah.
And the pull tabs as well. All them little, and the design is so simple. Sometimes you don't need that elaborate, really funky design on a glove. Sometimes you can just do that simple design, which they have done on these SDLs. And it will get you through. These go really well with a matching red kit, which I know that some semi-professional keepers love a good red matching. I'm definitely going to put a photo of Yatesy in his red kit.
All red.
Yeah, all red.
I do believe there's a meme about that too.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
and we might plug that as well.
Yeah.
But look, overall, an amazing glove, and I did wear a fluorescent green pair of these in my cup final, I think, last year.
Yeah.
Lost on penalties, which was very painful, but I did look good losing. That was the only the good side to it, is that I looked bloody good losing.
Tommy, that's one of the things as a goalkeeper. You might not win the game, but as long as you look good and sexy playing football, that's all that matters. As long as you, and that comes back to, before, you get changed in the change room, you get dressed, you strap up, you get ready to rock and roll, you walk out on that pitch, and you're like, you know what?
You feel good.
I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel sexy. I'm ready to stop some balls.
And for those of you who don't know, me and Yatesy are a big fan of the matching kits. Matching gloves, matching boots, matching everything. We love it, and it gives us, it gives you that extra sense of really good feeling about what you're wearing. And if you're confident in yourself, and as a keeper, you need to be confident.
What you do
in yourself, in your teammates, but mainly in yourself. So, look, the only downfall that I would say to these gloves is, like I said, the limited colorways. So, like I said, especially when you hit semi-pro, you don't have a choice in what colors you wear.
That's it.
So, if you've got a black kit, or you got a purple kit, and you've only got red, green, and yellow gloves, for me personally, I look at it and go, yes, I need to have a purple set of gloves for my purple kit. But luckily, in 2020.
Well, I was just about to say that, and you beat me to it. Yes, I can't wait for them to drop.
So they are releasing new colorways in 2020. So SDL have listened to me, I think, or maybe just other people have come up with the same thing. But, but they've done a purple version of these, but actually just purple and fluoro orange contact latex, which is going to be mint.
Do we know what the latex is?
It will be same, so 3 mil.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's good.
And I think they're going to launch the green pairs again because I think the fluoro green was really popular, and they're also doing a new fluoro orange, just all fluoro orange. To match the fluoro orange kit launch as well, which is mint, by the way. And I'm going to put an image there for you guys so you can see it. And the sexy devil that's actually wearing the kit. Don't
know who that is, but he's a good man.
But he looks good.
Yeah. So what you said, Tommy, is thinking about matching, and then we like to match our kits and stuff. And I think you and I are very on sync and we're very matching because funny thing you should say is my number 2 is the exactly same glove.
What do you know? Great minds think alike.
That's it. And this, when we discuss this topic about goalkeeper gloves and our top 3, everything Tommy said about the glove, like, agreed 110%. Like, the sizing, for me, the sizing wise, this is a 10. It fits great. I like to strap my wrist, so the strapping's great. Also, too, when you take off the glove, pull a bit the fingers and slowly pull off. But the way the glove comes off actually is quite comfortable and feels well because there's a lot of goalkeepers out there that when they take the glove off, especially young goalkeepers, so parents listen and educate me your kids, they just want to rip the glove off, especially if they've had a bad game. I'm guilty of that.
This is goalkeeper gloves 101. Yeah. Most gloves get damaged when you're taking them on, putting them on, and taking them off. That's when the gloves actually get damaged. That's when the wristbands get, pulled off and stitches come undone just because people aren't looking after their gloves properly. So instead of taking a good 20 seconds to put on their gloves, people are trying to snatch them on in 5 seconds or take them off in 5 seconds. And that's what, you do that, 3, 4, 5 times and then you're just going to ruin.
And that's where the 3 Ps, and the first one we'll talk about is preparation. So you prepare yourself. So make sure you have your wrist strapped, if you're like me, and slowly put them on. And that's why this pull tag here helps it, because
comes in handy.
You can do your camera voodoo stuff, and you can see how the stitching on this, that's designed for you to pull on that. So the glove is going to take that stress and it's going to slip it on your hand. But again, so everything Tommy said, this is why the glove is great. But for myself, this glove has sentimental value.
Yes. So tell me more about that.
So the club I play for, we were in the night series, and we played Swans.
Swan United.
Swan IC in the night series.
Oh yes.
And in the first half, I think, from what I've heard, they had 15 shots in the first half, and at halftime it was 0-0.
So what we're saying there is that you saved all 15 shots on target, kept a clean sheet for half the game, and kept your team in it.
Yes,
that's goalkeeping.
It was
business there.
And if we can Tommy can work the magic, maybe we can insert the highlights.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah. But this is where the Titanic sinks. My coach decided to sub me off, and just before they subbed me off, they conceded a goal, which is give credit to Swan, down the wing, cross, squared across, great finish to Swans. It was a great goal. Nothing I could do. Great finish to them.
So these gloves have sentimental value because you had a great game or one of your best games?
I'd probably say one of my best games, but it was a great game. As you said before, I am a sucker for a matching kit, matching gloves. My favourite colour is red. My favourite team is Man United. So it's got, I know it's
2 peas in a pod,
it kind of all rolls in one. And what we said before, it comes down to convenience and cost. At the moment, well, when they come into stock, These gloves will set you back $60.
$60. That is like a good quality glove that lasts you, that stays like relatively sticky, that is durable as well. Like you can't go wrong. Like I usually get about a season and a bit out of these gloves.
Well, if you look at it, Tommy, like you could, the price it costs you to get the top of the range Adidas, top of the range Nike, all this stuff. For $120, you can buy two gloves or the SDLs, and you can have a training pair and a game pair. And I'm not trying to. Yes, we SDL. We buy stuff from Stu. It's nothing to do with that. It's just the quality, be able to, the price range, and also to be able to pick it up. Like he will drop it off, we can come pick it up.
Oh, the convenience of it's great, and
it's big.
I think people need to understand as well that we're not sponsored by SDL or anything like that.
No.
The reason that we plug SDL so much is that it's just insane value for money. And the guy that runs it is an absolute legend, and just the fact that he supplies this great equipment to goalkeepers as well is just, it's phenomenal. And the fact that he does support local communities and goalkeepers, and he does so much for young goalkeepers in Western Australia, it's insane. So we do all we can to give back as well.
That's it. And before, when we talk about the foot saves, that's who we were talking about.
Yeah,
and hopefully had a giggle about that. But so Tommy, the next one. What is your number one glove?
Number one.
Number uno.
Look, this was a tough one for me, but I'm gonna go grab it.
Oh. I'm gonna hold that table up so you're not gonna have a. Well.
Okay.
He's gone out of frame. Here we go. Here he is.
Oh, that's all right. I'm back. Right.
Ooh.
So.
Taste.
Yeatsy saw them. So. These bad boys. Now, it was quite funny because these ones I have retired.
Oh, are you going to hang on?
The reason they're retired is because they have a giant hole.
Now, can I ask, Tommy, how did that happen?
Now,
did you not take it off or put it off properly?
This is the funny thing. It is because somebody, especially with the way the cut of glove this is, you need to be careful in the way you take these gloves off. If you don't take care of them, they are going to not take care of you.
Parents and kids, listen to this because that's very important.
Wise words from a wise man. So, without further ado, my number one glove is the SDL All Black Roll Cut glove. Now, this glove is my personal favorite for many reasons. The first reason being the fact that all black goes with everything. Doesn't matter what kind of kit you've got, black goes with it. Doesn't matter what. So I absolutely love these gloves. The roll cut is a nice and comfortable cut. I would say the hybrid cut is better. So in the aspect of the cut side of things, I am going to go out and say the hybrid cut I definitely prefer more than the roll cut. And the reason for that being is that tearing side of things, because of the way the roll cut is stitched. It's actually 3 bits of latex as opposed to the hybrid cut being one complete section of latex as well. So hopefully Stu listens to this, because then he'll be very impressed with our knowledge of this kind of stuff as well.
I hope so. Well, at least we don't get his website mixed up.
Exactly. SD Leisure.
Yeah, I like how we did the pause on the video.
Yeah,
I like it. That's very tasty.
.com.au.
Yeah.
Look, other bits of this latex. So just like most of the SDL line, contact latex, 3mm. This one, all black, roll cut. The wrist strap on this puppy, okay? So it is similar to your number 3 glove, the Predator. Yep. So the Predator with the wraparound wrist strap. The wraparound, I love it. It is my favorite wrist strap. Reason being, you can do it a little bit looser if you're feeling like that, or you can wrap that puppy real tight to give yourself some extra support on that wrist, which does really help and gives you that confidence for them saves as well. So for me, really loving that wrist strap, and I think the wraparound wrist strap is definitely one of my favorite wrist straps. And the last thing as to why this glove is very important to me and why it's my number one is because last season I got 4 clean sheets in a row with these puppies.
Ooh, is that why you retired them?
We just retired them because of the rip.
Was that before or after the clean sheets?
Definitely after.
Okay.
When I tried to pull these back out again, and but look, absolutely love these gloves. Had a lot of success with them, and I'm a very superstitious guy, with probably a lot of goalkeepers are.
Yeah.
Soon as you find that something works and you're like, yes, I'm digging these gloves, I'm playing well in them, I feel great in them, I'm catching them, I'm catching the ball cleanly, and you just have that confidence, and then you start getting some clean sheets, and your confidence goes up another level, and all of a sudden, you're oozing that confidence, and it's brilliant, and you just get that real good sense of adrenaline euphoria that's awesome. So that is the reasoning why these gloves are my number 1 pick. Plus price range, $60, like your normal all black rolls, I'm pretty sure. Just confirming. $60 and a top quality glove that's gonna go with all your kits. It's gonna give you a great time. It will give you a great time.
Well, a clean sheet is a good time.
Yeah, it's a bloody good time. So
I actually do believe that the SDL roll fingers in the junior sizes is available, and they set you back about $50.
There you go. So
that's at the moment now.
I'm sure there'll be new stocks coming in, especially.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely love these gloves. And what I'd also like to do is give a special shout out to another pair of gloves as well before we go to Yeatesy's number 1.
Oh. So insert the Titanic music with the bad flute, because that's how I feel right now.
Look, I'm not going to take that packet, but the SDL negs, okay, or the negative cuts. These are an awesome glove. They just made it out of my top 3. Main reason being is that I consider this more of a training glove. All right, I wouldn't consider this a match day glove, and Yeatesy's pulling his out right now. Okay, so look, the latex on these puppies, real good, real sticky contact. The wrist strap, I wouldn't say is the best. Okay, a wraparound wrist strap would look good on these puppies, but the negative cut is nice and tight on the hands. And it does feel quite nice. And this is not a latex glove. This is a neoprene glove. All right. So this is like the same stuff that you actually, your wetsuits and stuff like that.
Yeah, agreed.
It's the same material. So on the backhand, neoprene, wetsuit, and on the palm, it's got your latex, your contact negative cut latex. So it is a strange feeling glove, but I tell you what, it's easy to slip on and off, comfortable, and great for training. So as Yeatesy's expertly modeling for you guys at home, look, awesome glove. Wanted to give a shout out to it because I do wear it quite often, and it is an awesome training glove. But because it doesn't have the extra support of the latex in the backhand to protect them fingers, and also the wrist strap, I don't see it as being that tight, and it doesn't provide much wrist support. So that is the reason it stayed out of my top 3. But
do you strap your wrists, Tommy, when it comes to that?
I don't strap my wrists.
Yeah.
Maybe for me, I could potentially do it.
Yeah.
I've never done it before, but I've never felt the need to do it. And I haven't, touch wood, I've never had a proper wrist injury as of yet. So maybe something to look at in the future, because I know that you definitely do strap your wrists.
Well, for me, it's more of a mental thing. Like when I put my boots on, I have a routine when I kit up. One of the things is strapping my wrists. And because I do have big hands and small wrists, that's why I always strap them up. And also I just kind of expose my number 1 there. That sounds bad.
Sounds naughty.
Very naughty. That comes to my number 1.
So let's break down to Yeatesy's number 1. So, but by the way, spoiler alert: we do not have the same number 1, which is interesting.
Well, we don't have. Well,
it's funny because we don't have the same number 1, but his number 1 is it's got all the same features that I love. So it could if I had this pair of gloves, maybe it could have been my number 1.
Ooh, saucy.
So Yeatsy, tell us about your number 1.
So my number 1 glove And again, I've gone for more sentimental and also feel like all the stuff that that Tommy mentioned with the All Blacks. This is fairly similar, but this is the SDL white hybrid. This one here it's a new hybrid glove. Contact latex palm. I do believe it's a 4mm. I think it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The elastic thing. Same with All Blacks. And again, for myself, with how I strap my wrist, I kind of find I can adjust the wrist strapping to if I want it tight or loose.
Yeah, I'm a big fan for the wraparound wrist strap. It's definitely the best wrist strap.
Yeah, and these are semi-retired. I'm not sure if you can see the camera, but they're beaten up. SDL. Say it again. SDleisure.com. Sorry, I haven't treated these well. I haven't washed them for a while. But just the grip, the confidence, the feel you get when you catch a ball, when you make a save. That extra 1mm latex does make a difference.
3mm. Oh, so it's a 4mm.
These ones are 4, yeah.
So I can't look.
Have a look. So
this actually looks like Giga latex. Are these the Giga?
I'm actually looking at the website right now, which we've already plugged.
It does say contact latex palm, so there we go. So maybe it is...
But it's more just the feel of the glove. When you put it on, it's just that feel of confidence. The latex is sticky when you first get it and you make that first save. And confidence is key in a goalkeeper, and they are a bit smelly, so I'll probably move it there. All right, so that wraps up our goalkeeper glove review. How do you think that went, Tommy?
Mate, I think it's just the pilot episode of Inside 6 Yarns, was awesome. I think we talked about a lot. I think we gave a lot of content, a lot of good advice, and feel free if you like today's podcast. Feel free to show us a bit of support. If you have any ideas for us as well,
yes.
Let's so we inside 6 yarns at gmail.com. So that is the number, not the letter. So
I do believe that's that many fingers.
Correct.
Yeah.
So inside 6 yarns at gmail.com. So send us through ideas if you want to come on the show. Anything. Just send us an email.
Well, Tommy, I do apologise for the camera change at angle. Nature calls. I walked past at the back. I knocked the camera, and it kind of messed things up. So I do apologise,
mate. We are all good. We are professional, and we can make do.
Which brings me to the next thing. Talking about great saves, because I do believe I caught that. It didn't fall.
Oh yes.
Wink, wink. So we've actually going to drop something very, very soon. Probably now, the next couple of minutes, when Tommy gets the technology sorted out. Our next video that we did.
Yeah. So if you would like to visit TOMMYGUN GK, which is on YouTube, this is our YouTube channel. This is where our video podcasts are going to get uploaded.
Mm-hmm.
So every time there's a new episode of the podcast, which should be available through Spotify and Apple Podcasts, we'll also do a video podcast up on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
That alongside all of our training videos, which you're also welcome to view as well, which we put a lot of effort into.
Well, also all our challenges too.
Oh, cheeky challenges.
Cheeky challenges, because I feel like our cheeky challenges, they're good. I do believe, I think it's very tight. I think I'm winning by 1.
Oh, yes, definitely you're winning.
But what we'd like to do is, it's not necessarily about the goalkeeper challenges, because you could do many things. But I think it's the different things. Maybe we can, if you guys got any ideas what we should challenge each other with, hit us up. Let us know.
If you want to challenge Yatesy.
Oh, bring it. Bring it. I'll take his.
Yeah. So again, the email is inside6yarns@gmail.com. Send us through your ideas, challenges, anything. Hit us up, and we'll get back to you, and we'll look forward to the next episode. Really.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends, your family, your mum, your dad, your cat, your dog, your old mates down the road. Let everyone know about what we're doing here. We very much appreciate it.
Well, I guess that's us done for our pilot.
That's it. Enjoy.
From Tommy Gunn and Yatesy, that's been Inside 6 Yards.
Yeah, signing out. Peace.
Peace out.